Hello friends, it's me, Tammy. I am here in my kitchen and we are making the most tender pork chops you will ever eat in my pressure cooker. We're going to season our lovely pork chops with some salt, crushed red pepper, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. We're going to put some onions in there. It's supposed to be white onions, but I have red, so that's what I'm using. Some chicken stock, some butter, 1/4 cup of milk. We are also using some Yukon Gold potatoes. They're supposed to be white potatoes. Well, that's what I got. And I've also trimmed up my pork chops, and it looks as if I have missed a piece. So I will get to that later. So what you're going to do is just season your pork with the onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, and crushed red pepper. You're going to put it on both sides, and it will give your pork chops a lovely flavor. You're just going to love it. And if you are not a fan of hot or heat from the crushed red pepper, it's not, you really can't notice it that much. It's not that big of a heat. So if you want more, you may want to add more. So now all we're going to do is add our potatoes to our inner pot. And then we are just going to add 1 cup of chicken stock. Then we're just going to even it out a little bit, and then we'll put the pork chops on top. Now you're just going to set your pressure cooker to manual, and you're going to add some time. We want 15 minutes. Don't forget to make sure it's on sealing. I'm just going to add a tablespoon of butter to my bowl so that when we put the potatoes in it, I'll mash it all up together. There's 1/4 cup of milk. And a lot of times I like to use 1/4 cup of sour cream instead. Now our pot is done, and it is on a natural release, not a quick release. The best thing about the Mealthy Multipot is every time you open it, it's a surprise. Ta-da! Look at those great pork chops. They are amazing. Oh my goodness. I have had this recipe before, and these pork chops are so tender. You can cut them with a fork. It is amazing. I cannot believe how great it is. This recipe is on the Mealthy Multipot website. It's I think it's like an onion pork chop, onion mashed potato recipe. I'm not really sure of the exact name. I will put it in the description box for sure. So right now we're just taking our pork chops out and putting them on a plate. Then we will be taking our potatoes out with a slotted spoon so that all the, ooh, look at that. Didn't I look great? We'll be taking the potatoes out with a slotted spoon so that all the liquid that is reserved, we will be able to make gravy out of it. And it's really, actually really good gravy. I'm not a big gravy fan, but this is really good. I put a slurry in our gravy, which is just really a tablespoon of cornstarch, tablespoon of water, shake it all up in a container, put it in the gravy mixture, and it starts to thicken. Now it's time to mash our potatoes, mash, mash, mash. And of course, doing it this way is kind of lumpy, but lumpy's good. And as our gravy heats up, it starts to thicken, and it is so good on top of our pork chops and our mashed potatoes. Now here it is, our pork chops all tender and juicy, and our mashed potatoes and our gravy. This is a really easy, quick meal to make. I really liked making this dish, but I think next time I will use the white potatoes.